Hello everybody, this is Carl Woolston with Kgaps. Let me ask you a question. How many of you are working really hard to get ahead but don't seem to be getting anywhere? Well, a book I've been reading recently has reminded me of some principles about why this sometimes happens for us. Well, let me share it with you. The book is called The Go-Giver by Bob Burg and John David Mann. Really encourage you to get it. There's 5 basic principles that they go through in the book. But the story is about a man named Joe. He's a salesman who has some deadlines coming up that he hasn't met his deadlines the first quarter or even the second quarter, and the third quarter is coming up just a week to go. And he's really in dire circumstances. He feels he may lose his job. He has a home. All those types of things that many of you may have experienced. And if you're an entrepreneur, you probably have experienced them at one time or another. But he comes down to I want to share 2 out of the 5 principles with you really quick that have been great reminders of me to refocus and retool in some specific areas. So the first law he gives is the law of value, that your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you receive. In other words, many times when finances may be tight for a small business or for a corporation or for other things, any other type of business, what starts to happen is we start to just look at the numbers, rather than how can we give, how can we serve, what can we do more for people. And it's very easy to do, but you have to give in order to get, and you have to be out serving and doing something and have the focus on what are their needs. Another thing you can do with the same concept that I found in some sectors of the economy is when advisors, say in the financial sector, meet with a client, they can say, you know, what is it that you would most like to accomplish from us meeting today? And that can be applied across multiple sectors. Is when we sit down with somebody, we find out really what their needs and their wants are before puking up our stuff that we want to sell them. In other words, we take time to be interested in them and what their needs are, and then figure out if we have a solution for them. The second principle that this book highlights that was really good is they call it the law of compensation. I call it the law of masses, which means is that income is created, wealth is created through doing and helping the masses. Meaning the more people you help, the more people you influence, the more people you serve, the greater the wealth will be. And so that's it's a simple principle, and it makes so much sense when you just think about it from a principle. But really, that should be the driver in business: is how many people can we influence? How many people can we get to buy our service or product? But not just buy it. How many people can we change with our service or product? How many people can we bless with our service or project? How many people can we help with our service or product? And if we really focus on those 2 things, refocus in on who it is we're serving and what their needs are, and give before we expect to get, and quit focusing just on the bottom line, just be serving, and then how do we duplicate that and really take what we're doing out to the masses. Those are the 2 tidbits I want to share with you today. There's another 3 real good ones in here. Once again, get it, The Go-Giver. Be a help to you and your business, I'm sure. All right, this is Carl Woolston with Kgaps signing off.